Or I want to find the volume of a solid revolving y equals x squared, which is the graph in red, and y equals x cubed, which is a graph in blue. But now it's a little bit different. It's about the line x equals 1. Well, the line x equals 1 is here. I'm revolving it this way, so I know it's going to be a dy. And I have to figure out my radii. So I have a big R and I have a little r. So my big R goes from the red to the green here. And the distance is, well, the whole distance is 1. And this distance here is x, and the whole distance is 1. So it turns out this little distance here is 1 minus x. And similarly for here, this distance here is this distance to the graph is x, and to the whole thing is 1. So this is also a 1 minus x, but they're different x's. So what I need to do is I need to make these functions of y. So y equals x squared is the same as x equals the square root of y. And y equals x cubed is the same as x equals the cube root of y. So I know that my big R is really 1 minus y to the 1/2, and my little r is really 1 minus y to the 1/3. Now I need to square them both. So big R squared is going to be 1 minus 2y to the 1/2 plus y. And my little r squared is going to be 1 minus 2y to the 1/3 plus y to the 2/3. So my whole volume here is pi. It's the same as before, pi, but I have big R squared and little r squared. And I'm going from 0 to 1 because I know the only time that x squared equals x cubed, right? X squared equals x cubed is when I have x cubed minus x squared is 0, or x squared times x minus 1 is 0. So at the point 0 and 1. So I know I'm going to integrate from 0 to 1. I have my big R, which is 1 minus 2y to the 1/2 plus y, minus my little r squared, which is 1 minus 2y to the 1/3 plus y to the 2/3, all dy. Now the 1's are going to go away. This is going to be a plus, this is going to be a minus. And if I integrate it, I am going to have pi times negative, I have y here to the 3/2, so I have negative 4/3 y to the 3/2 plus y squared over 2. And then I'm going to have plus, I have here y to the 4/3, so I have 2 times 3/4 or 3/2, y to the 4/3, minus, and here I have y to the 5/3, so it's 3/5, and I integrate from 0 to 1. Well, if you plug in 1 and you plug in 0, you get the answer pi over 15. The hard part was figuring out your big R and your little r.